While Democratic Party leaders left Philadelphia united, they say, behind Hillary Clinton, there are serious questions if Democratic voters are willing to toe the party line. Best evidence, perhaps, by the raucous pro-Bernie protests outside the DNC. For more on this, the boys are back. Mark Levine, radio talk show host, Virginia state delegate and Hillary Clinton surrogate, and Harlan Hill, former Bernie supporter and now chair of Dems for Trump. Nice to see you guys. Glad to have you. Harlan, I see you're casually dressed, no bow tie. Did the DNC in the 4 days of Democratic kumbaya change your opinion? Are you on the Hillary Clinton train yet?
No, if anything, I'm spending some time on the floor talking to other Bernie Sanders supporters and Hillary Clinton supporters. It made me realize that this party is more divided than even I thought. And I was really discouraged after speaking to a lot of Hillary surrogates by just the smug condescension with which they spoke to Sanders supporters like myself. There is no unity. I understand that a hefty percentage of Sanders supporters will go for Hillary because they have no other choice in their mind. But it's not because that we're, a unified party.
Mark, seems like a problem for you guys.
Not at all. Harlan, some of my best friends are Sanders supporters, and you're no Sanders supporter. You are clearly a Trump supporter masquerading as a Sanders supporter, and you're not fooling anybody. More than 85% of Sanders supporters are on Hillary Clinton's Trump train and have been before the convention. I suspect we'll get up to 95% now. Compare that to the Republican Party.
Trademark condescension from a Hillary Clinton supporter.
Well, that's the point.
That's exactly what I expected.
Well, but you're not a Sanders supporter. Listen, do you support Sanders over Trump? Are you a socialist? Are you a socialist, Harlan? Is that what you're saying?
Most Bernie Sanders supporters aren't democratic socialists.
What are you? Are you a socialist?
$250,000
do you support
no job prospects.
You know what? You don't support Sanders over Trump. You never did. You're a Trump supporter. Tell me what you like about Sanders over Trump.
You know what? There's a lot of commonality between these two. Let me talk. There's a lot of commonality between these two candidates. The biggest issue to Bernie Sanders supporters is trade. And the only
and why did you support Sanders over Trump? Or do you really support Trump all along?
On trade is Trump. And I cannot trust Hillary
Trump,
Clinton.
the guy that outsources to China and outsources his ties and his vodka and everything else. Tell me why you support someone who takes jobs away from Americans
manufacturing capacity that we used to in this country.
Oh, I see.
He's a businessman.
It's not Trump's fault for putting jobs in China.
I understand the reason to question Harlan's pro-Bernie credentials, and you all can continue arguing about that, which I'm sure you will. But at the DNC, you couldn't help but find a number of Bernie Sanders supporters who said, I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton. Take a listen.
I voted all my life for Democrat.
And now you're willing to vote for a Republican?
I'd be willing to vote for Trump because I want change and I want to get him out in 4 years. I don't want 8 more years of Hillary, which is going to be guaranteed because she's the first woman.
Rather than a Bernie guy going to Trump, you're a Hillary guy going to Trump.
Right. And not only that, I think I represent a vast number of Democrats who are just so fed up. Everybody can't stand both parties. And the bottom line is that it's not that America can't vote for a woman president, just not this woman. This woman is so corrupt, so bad, and nobody in the Democratic Party will hold her accountable.
Mark, I know you're going to take issue with everything those two people said, but give me a sense of what the Democratic Party has to do to win those people back, because they seemed like they were gone.
I think those two people are a couple of outliers. Look, if you are a Bernie Sanders supporter, you know who the more progressive candidate is.
Mark, I understand you want to say they're outliers,
well,
but
they
I was out on the streets. There were thousands of them who are not outliers.
Leland, you can look at the polls. Look at, for example, the Republicans. Okay, Cruz, number 2 candidate, refuses to endorse Donald Trump. John Kasich, the governor of Ohio, refuses to show up. Bush Sr. and Bush Jr. won't show up. You've got John McCain not showing up and Mitt Romney not showing up. That is a party that's really divided. Compare that to the Sanders supporters who want Hillary Clinton to be more to the left, but recognize that she's a lot closer to them than Donald Trump. I'm not worried about a couple of people who don't want a woman to be president. I don't think they are in the majority.
Oh, my God. Mark, come on. They never said it was because she's a woman.
Yeah, both of them mentioned that.
I cannot believe that you're trying to devolve into identity politics, and nobody's talking about that. And moreover, talking about polls, you're entitled to your own opinion.
You had on your website
you're entitled to your own opinion.
That you didn't like socialism, and you claim to be a Sanders supporter. That's my point. Real Sanders supporters support progressive values.
I was never Hillary. I was never Hillary, and you can go back and look at the hundreds of appearances.
Yeah, but you have an opinion that you don't like socialism. You were also never Sanders. Okay, you're a Trump supporter, and that's okay.
That is not true. That is not true. Look, I am never Hillary. I supported Sanders until it became clear that he was not
on Harlan's website. He says he hates socialism.
Gentlemen, I think we need one of those bells to signify the end of the round here. Although Harlan, I got to give you points for the Daniel Patrick Moynihan quote. Appreciate you guys both being here. We'll have you back again.
Thanks, Elon.
All right, thanks, guys. Liz?